Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers, taking on Drew Lock and the Denver Broncos.
Right at the convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive, we welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Denver Broncos. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. Taken in the end zone. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. The Steeler offense set to go to work, and once again at the helm, their longtime starter, that's Ben Roethlisberger.
I loved his quote during the week. If I were a defensive back, I would have wanted to play against me last week as well. He's trying to eliminate those turnovers, those interceptions, and get back on the positive side of the ledger throwing touchdown passes.
Yeah, had 4 of those picks, led to the loss. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. Charles, for this offense, we take a look at the draft class here. They were looking for a playmaker, and they found one on the outside.
And the way teams are throwing the football nowadays, you can't afford to skip at the wide receiver position. I know that the slot guy is getting more attention now, but that guy in the perimeter, he makes you go.
The numbers from last week's game for Ebron. 5 catches for an even 100 yards.
And what we just saw there was exactly what they need against this defense. Big plays. They were able to pick up a first down on that one.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So the pass goes out of bounds, but he was not outside of the tackle box when he threw that. He's got to be careful.
You and I both know if it's even close, they're going to give it to the quarterback. They don't want to throw that flag unnecessarily. So if you're just in the area, you're going to be okay.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 20-yard line. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Roethlisberger on target to Washington. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there. Yeah,
I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance. There's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. No touchdown there, but if that first drive is any indication, looks like they're going to have a pretty good day passing the football.
I would say confidence would have to be pretty high after that first drive, able to throw it almost at will. You're exactly right. They didn't get the touchdown, but 3 points serves as a nice notice about how this offense is going to move.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10. At their own 22-yard line.
Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 22. He'll throw from the gun. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Cameron Hayward attacking off the edge that time. He's got his 6'5" receiver. That's Tim Patrick. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
First down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Locke. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. He'll get this one to Patrick. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. A big play there for the Broncos on 3rd. 49 yards.
A very early momentum changer there. Actually a dream killer for the defense because they forced a 3rd down. Felt like they had a good chance to get off the field defensively, and then they got hit with that big play.
Into the red zone, it's Locke. And this is going to be intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to let this one go deep. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. First carry for the 2018 Pro Bowler, James Conner. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. This is Johnson. He's got it. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
That's a real nice job right there. Working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. On 1st down, it's Roethlisberger. Got an open man, it's Washington. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
Steelers.
And there's a catch by Juju Smith-Schuster, and he's hoping there's plenty more of that coming. 2019, not the year he expected. Lost his quarterback, Ben Roethlisberger, early. Dealt with a knee injury and missed 4 games, and his stats really fell.
That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead.
And that drive we just saw that culminated in a touchdown, exactly what many offenses are looking for. Sustained ones that can impose their will on the other team.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. $10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
10. Broncos, nothing.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it?
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the all-pro safety, Minka Fitzpatrick. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. The CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
A gain of 6 there on first.
Eric Ebron.
Good catch there by Eric Ebron, and the Steelers are hoping that they see the 2018 version of this young man. 66 catch, 750 yards, and 13 touchdowns. And that was good enough for second in the league with the Indianapolis Colts. The Steelers like to throw to the tight end. They hope Ebron is the guy.
It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. From the gun on third down, it's Roethlisberger. Good work by that Bronco defense, and it leads to a fourth down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense, because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
We see Drew Lock in the offense coming back on. He's completed 4 passes so far in this game. The issue is 2 of them have been to the guys in the wrong colored jersey.
So I'd say there's a little bit of clouded vision, right? Sometimes he sees clearly, sometimes he doesn't. I know on the sideline they'll be going over things and talk about what the coverages are and what they're seeing. So you used to look at the snapshots, now you look at the Microsoft Surface Pro. He's got to analyze what he's seeing and be more accurate with the ball.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. But he's been the guy, already over 100 yards here in the first half. Could have had a lot more if he would have been able to haul that one in.
Yeah, in fact, our statistician Marvin was already handing me a piece of paper with that yardage totaled on it. He thought that catch was going to happen just as you and I did as well.
Here's the third-year running back, Philip Lindsay. They find some open field here. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Philip Lindsay, 33 yards. And the Broncos have cut it to within a score. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know that sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Taken about 7 yards deep, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. So here are the Steelers to take over on offense. They're looking to bounce back following the loss to the Giants last week, and they do lead here right now, and they've got the football obviously as well, 1st and 10. They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. James Washington was the intended target. And it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And this Bronco defense really selling out to stop the run, and it pays off. They get him behind the line twice in a row. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He'll get this to Connor underneath, and he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos and Cortland Sutton heading back out there. You better believe that he's well aware he has 0 catches right now, and they're losing, so he's probably a little hungry.
And you know the guys on defense are aware as well, and they're really excited he has no catches, but they're also worried because a lot of times that's like the ticking time bomb. The longer you hold him down, when he finally explodes, look out.
Yeah, no catches, though, so far in this game. And not much room there, so get it up only to about the 21. It was Mike Hilton up to make the tackle. 2nd and 9 now from the 21.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down. Here we go on 4th down with Locke. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Now the Broncos' big-ticket acquisition, it's Melvin Gordon. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Steelers' 9. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. 1st and goal, Melvin Gordon. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Jerry Jeudy, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by the all-pro safety, Mika Fitzpatrick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Here's James Conner now as he trots back onto the field. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think...
And the Broncos get there and take him down. Mark Barrett coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. They don't want to repeat a 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground. And not much happening there as he'll get it back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
Now 3rd down and long.
One more time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. So a very tight first half. You want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it.
Broncos 12.
It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this 2nd half as they trail, and we are back underway. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
1st and 10.
Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Inside the 10, back at the 9. Yeah, they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Shotgun snap to Locke. He completes this to Sutton. He's at the 40, 20, 10, and all the way home for a Broncos score. Cortland Sutton, 91 yards, and the Broncos have taken the lead. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his second season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
Defensively, certainly not fooled there. Play started at the 2, and he was tackled at the 2.
That has to feel good for them. Not happy about having given up the touchdown, but stopping the 2-point conversion gives them a little bit of a lift as they head to the bench.
At their own 25-yard.
A reminder, still some good games coming up here in Week 2 of the NFL. Later tonight, a rematch from that Super Bowl a few years back. New England visits Seattle up in the Northwest. And then on Monday night, we'll be there. The first regular season NFL game ever played in the state of Nevada. The New Orleans Saints and the Las Vegas Raiders from Allegiant Stadium. That should be something. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's good for 28 yards.
At the 47.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 47. From the gun, a give to counter. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
A lot of times it's that first read that you had. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
He'll dump this one off to Connor. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Give him 6 yards in the first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Roethlisberger getting this one into the hands of Smith-Schuster. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. On 1st and 10 is Counter. And some room to work. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A 22-yard scamper. And the Steelers are going to retake the lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. K.J. Hamler returning it. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. Locke and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Out of the gun, he'll throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. Oh, he's got a little daylight.
Nelson.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. The sack there by J.J. Watt.
8 yards.
It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14.
14-yard line.
Here's Roethlisberger. Screen pass to Connor. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, how about that reaction there from a defensive end? Able to recognize the screen pass trying to happen, broke off his pass rush, and they get back to tackle the running back. That's a very athletic and intelligent play. Reminds me of you working out and seeing that the treadmill's open and getting there before anyone else.
See, I know you're just patronizing me right now. Everybody knows at home that is nothing but a shot at me, and I'll take it, absorb it, and we'll move on. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, that's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Boswell's kick is good, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. No, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. 1st down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. And after the nice stiff arm, the next wave swarms in quickly for the stop. They get 5 on the run, but it leaves them with a tough 3rd and goal forthcoming.
5 yards.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He'll get that one complete to Connor. He'll wind up being stopped for no gain, and it'll lead to a 4th down.
That goes in the category of a play that the defense is going to cherish and excites them. A completion, yes, you give up the pass, but no gain. I mean, that's exactly what you want on defense.
Sets up the 4th down.
Makes the score Steelers 20.
So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
At their own 21.
Drew Lock once again leads the Broncos out. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. They'll go again with Lindsey. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. 3rd down just got a lot tougher. That will officially go as a loss of 7.
Back at the 18-yard line. That's the end.
Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4. On 3rd down, here's Lindsey. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
Now on fourth down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. Well, they've got the slim deficit, decided to go for it, hoping to keep the football score and erase that deficit. But, boy, deep in their own territory like that?
Let's just say that with that call, me and the head coach will agree to disagree. All right, but he knew he wanted to be aggressive there, as you pointed out. So I guarantee he told his defensive coordinator, have your guys up and ready. I'm going to go for it here. If we don't get it, just make sure they're ready to go out there and bail us out.
He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now Roethlisberger, and that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. Hamler now to return it. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Return. The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
And Denver getting set to take the field. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game, and sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. 3 yards is the pickup, but it leaves them still needing 11 here on 3rd down. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Block going to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the all-pro safety, Minka Fitzpatrick. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. A little bit of a backbreaker right there. You're down close, 1-score game, trying to push the ball down the field and score, and you throw a pick 6.
And sometimes you take a little bit of a gamble when you're making your throws, right? Sometimes you press it a little bit more than maybe you wanted to because you want that score so badly. In this case, it cost them.
They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And we'll see if they can band back together after the pick 6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. A pass there complete to Sutton. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Portland Sutton.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
At the Steelers' 49-yard line.
Faking the give to Lindsey, here's Locke. Finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
And the Broncos.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They fake the handoff, now Locke. His throw caught at about the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Again, it's Locke.
We spent a lot of time.
And he's got his tight end Fant. Touchdown, Broncos. Noah Fant, his second touchdown on the season. And the Broncos draw a bit closer.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
McManus's point after is good, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep, and no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. On first down, it's Roethlisberger. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. The 20, 10, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. James Washington, his second touchdown on the season. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
Now, Cortland Sutton and the rest of the offense getting ready for their next drive. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people that big games as well.
3 yards the gain there, second down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that. There he goes, left side. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Jerry Jeudy, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos have cut it to within a score. So that's a really big play here in the fourth quarter. And don't look now, they're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just one score. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On first down, it's Connor. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
On the tackle. No gain.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
At the 37-yard line.
They stay on the ground. Here's Connor again. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
3rd and 7.
Here we go, here we go. 2:30.
Now it's Roethlisberger. He's going to launch it for Washington. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Pass
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Now Drew Lock and the Broncos. Down by 7, a minute 38 to go. They need a touchdown to the PAT to tie it as they come up 1st and 10. Lock off of play action. This is Hamler on the receiving end. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Open man, he completes it to Judy. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. The 2 big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Now a play fake, and here's Locke. His throw caught at about the 5. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Jerry Jeudy, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos.
Brandon McManus to kick off.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. James Conner and the Steelers ready to get their next drive going. After some early struggles running the ball, they've really picked it up. Early it just seemed like there were no holes there. Now all of a sudden the holes seem to be there. I don't know if that's just my imagination.
And give them credit that they kept their confidence, because sometimes when you get stuffed big in the running game early, especially for an entire half, it really makes you retreat a little bit, but not this group. They always have the confidence. If they just get their assignments down, they would get in sync with their runners, and off they went.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Back to throw. Lock. Open man Hamler. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds right at about the 10-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
He's out of bounds at the 10-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Play action. Now it's Lock. That's going to be caught by Jeudy. And now the rookie's free. And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They've just likely won this thing in regulation.
And that score in this time frame, that's like a big reveal at the end of a great movie, isn't it? Out of nowhere, almost, it appears, they get it done. How about that score?
The finishes like this is why we love sports. This is why we love the game of football.
So glad that we got to be here to watch this one.
And it would appear they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time.
Kickoff for Denver.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. taken about 7 yards deep. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and making an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases.
Today's final score.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Denver, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they will head home next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll be at home next week for a date with the Houston Texans. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Thank you.